Hey everybody, we're here back at the shelter. It's been a few days. It was supposed to be raining today, so I was going to test it out, but not raining, but it has rained. And you should be able to see we have some shelter. Everything is dry as a bone inside there. Scarlet's going crazy as usual. So again, what I'm going to do because of the root systems that are around here is I'm actually going to dig it out a little bit. Line that with rocks. I'm going to put a couple of inch layer of dirt, actual dirt, not duff material from here, on top of that, and then build a rock fire ring, fire pit on top of that. And that way that should provide adequate insulation to protect the roots from any heat that's generated by the fire. Again, I'm not having huge fires out here where I'm trying to stay warm through the night, just little cook fires and to keep the bugs away. Maybe more problematic based on what we find here, how far down we can go. I think we're looking good. Let's get some stones. Why, thank you. What? Oh, thank you. Come on, leave those rocks. Yeah, watch out for the camera. Come on. Well, the good news is there's a plethora of rocks nearby. Double stack some of that stuff. All right, get in there. Oh yeah. Okay, I think I'm just going to fill in with a few rocks there, and then we can get a layer of dirt for it. Watch out. Get out of there. Get. hoping the vibrations will help it settle. Okay. No, no, Scarlet, no, 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 come here, come here. What are you afraid about? This is my brave, fearless dog here. Come here. Come here. What? The shovel? You worried about the shovel making noise? Yeah? What is that? What is that? Is it tasty? Okay, yeah, just back up. Yeah, we'll use your problem. Yeah, we don't need all your energy. In that way. All right. I know in one of my other videos I talked about failure being a great way to learn things. This is one of those areas where I'd rather not have the failure because there's serious consequences. So I'm going possibly a little overboard here, but you know what? I'd rather be super safe than super sorry. You know, I might actually try harvesting a couple of big rocks to kind of replace the outer wall, but I think we got a pretty rock solid thing here for a small fire. So with that said, I think we should test it out, you know. Why are you always gonna take my stick? Why are you such a bully? Why are you such a bully? Go get a stick. Ready? Okay, we are here. Now, this is that piece of punky wood. No. No. Oh, look at this wood. Oh, this stick is great. Oh, man. Oh. Okay. So you may remember. No. You may remember the backyard bushwhacking episode. And I had picked up this punky wood off the tree there, stripped the outer piece of it off, and then I had this piece of fat wood that I harvested. So we're going to use this to try and start our fire today. Now I'm going to go get a couple more twigs. There's a bunch of dry twigs on the bottom of all these fir trees. We'll get a fire started and test out the fire pit. Definitely want to see about collecting some more rocks. I think what I'll do is every time I come down, I'll grab another rock out of hillside over there. There's tons of these rocks. Trying to find ones that are really good or kind of a little difficult, but that's okay. But we'll do that and then just build this up a little nicer. I'd like it to have like a little back wall to it, you know, kind of be very contained. And it would be cool too, I was thinking, if I did like that back wall kind of thing and I did some side walls, I could just lay, no, back up. I could lay a spit across, or a rack. No. Boy, you do not listen. We're seriously considering going to a trainer. I've been working with her, but I don't know what her problem is, except she's a spaz, but we love her, so all good. Okay, let me grab some twigs and be right back. Okay, so we got a bunch of little twigs. This is from that dead fir that I cut down last week. Just gonna break it up all nicely. That's the camera. Leave it alone. No. Okay. I don't actually have a good collection device. So how about we use a piece of this cardboard? No. No. Back up. Boy. Back up. Okay. Actually, put that here. So that's just some extra tinder, because when that stuff catches, it should keep everything else going. So just making some big shavings or curls or whatever. I'm actually gonna do my shavings here. Looks like a good spot. She's such a goof. I have no idea what she's doing, but she's having fun. Okay, we got a huge pile of goodness here. And then we got these guys, which should very nicely catch as well, hopefully. Get a little baton action. Now again, we would have had to get like a lot more of this than what we got here. Feels dry. It's been outside the whole time. It has been under the eave, so it's, you know, hasn't gotten wet. So punky, doesn't make great feathers. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna try and start it right here, and then we'll dump it over there. And then we can throw on whatever sticks. That's a pretty good bit of scrapings on the fat wood, so I'm pretty sure that it'll burn for a sec. Using alternate method where you pull the fire steel. There you go. Okay. In a piece of wood instead of cardboard. Because the cardboard acts as some fuel as well, obviously. Okay. So we're going to get these guys on here as much as we can. We'll get some of the fat wood shaving curls. Yeah, see, and once those fat wood pieces go, let's see if this punky wood burns. There you go. How's that look? Oh, beautiful. All right, so we'll keep the fat wood over here too for future. Easy peasy. What do you think, Scarlet? Think I should throw the stick for you? Why don't you back up and just chew it for a minute? We're taking a break here. Yeah. Yeah, it's break time. No, it's break time. Watch the camera. Okay, so the punky wood is burning, by the way. You know, it's not going to be something where it's going to burn for a long time or you're going to get a substantial amount of heat out of it, but if anything, if you had enough of it, you could keep feeding it and then you could dry some other wood out and get that going. And again, like in a actual situation, you know, you could, like there was all that that giant stump, right, of fat wood, which, hey, if you harvested a bit of that and throw a couple of pieces on that, pretty much anything else you put after that's going to burn. So there you have it. We did good on the fort so far. I'm really stoked that I got it rain-proofed and we have a fire pit, so we're good. I'm actually planning on trying to do a little a little series next on well, one, want to do some more hikes. Got some more hikes. I'm totally needing to scout this one area out for a campground because I'd like to do an overnighter. I'm also planning on doing like a camp cooking series, and what I'm going to try and do is you know, there's the typical things like, you know, can you go away from the camera, please? Come over here and lay down and chew that. Come here. Come here. Come. Lay down. 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 Thank you. Yeah, just chew on that. So yes, as I was saying, I'd like to do a camp cooking series, and I want to do something a little different. I don't want to do the standard camp cooking where it's like, oh, you know, hey, we're making some camp bread in the pot. I'd like to actually try that too. I'd like to do the cast iron. I forget exactly what it's called when you make that, you know, the original pancakes. But I want to do some stuff where we're cooking with fresh. I want to do some stuff where we're cooking with fresh ingredients, and try and figure out some recipes where it's not an abundance of weight to bring with you, and you know, utilizing things like bouillon for help, you know, so you don't have to bring beef stock or vegetable stock, that type of stuff, and kind of do some stuff like that, and try and focus it also towards more plant-based driven recipes, and see how that goes. Now, I haven't actually done any of that stuff, so it's all going to be like experimental and trying to figure it out as I go and see what works, what doesn't work, how, you know, to keep the weight down, yet still get, you know, be able to make a meal that is going to have the caloric protein intake that you need. So, which technically isn't really that hard, because, you know, if you are bringing something like, you know, some whole grains, you know, like ancient grains, like some farro, or you're bringing beans or lentils with you to work in your recipe, you're pretty much going to get, you know, your protein needs that you need. But, you know, we want to make something flavorful and yummy, and not just regular standard fare freeze dried. I actually would like to try doing some dehydrated stuff as well, because the wife is an excellent cook and makes a bunch of great things, which I think would lend themselves well to the dehydration process and rehydration process. So that would be cool. Yeah, you can hear this wood is still a little damp, even though pretty much all of it, well, it looks like I did get one green piece in there for sure. But most all of this, it was snappings off low-level branches, etc. I don't know if you guys probably can't see the fire still, but it's burning down. I'd normally be putting more fuel on it, but I'm not planning on hanging out too long out here. I am so behind on editing. I don't know if you noticed, like the week before, the video was like some video that I had done, a time lapse that I had done like a couple of years ago. She is a wild dog. And so yeah, so I've got like 3 quote unquote episodes of fort building, which I'm going to condense down into one. You guys probably will have seen it by the time you've seen this one, but yeah. So work's been really busy, life's been busy, all kinds of crazy things going on. So it's been tricky getting the editing done. It's good though. I like having the channel. It is like, especially like, you know, I brought this up before, where, you know, it's nice. It kind of forces me, hey, I need to get out and, you know, get some video done. And normally that's really not that big a deal, but when situations like the way things are right now with life and the craziness, it's like it would be so easy just to get focused on other things and not taking the time to come outside and just relax a little bit and do some work, you know. It's very rewarding kind of exercise when you're out here doing this kind of work, I find anyway. So it's good. So it's been really good. And thanks for you guys hanging in there. I know I got a couple of new viewers, so that's super awesome. I'm totally stoked. Anything you'd like to see or like to see different, or, you know, if you've got comments on things like, hey, you know, those one stones that you were talking about there, yeah, probably not good because they're porous and will have even more liquid, which could be, I don't know. I'm not a geological expert on these things. I do know that river rocks are the ones that most often will crack and shatter, from personal experience. But hopefully, you know, like I said, I mean, just gonna have some little fires here. I'd like to, it'd be great. You know, you always see these videos where people have like, oh, I got some clay over here that I can use to do stuff. That would be great, because you can, if I had a deposit of clay somewhere around, I could build up the fire ring a little bit, build up the little fire walls on the side, and then just coat that with the clay, and that would make an excellent insulator. and keep the rocks from getting too hot, where they might have the tendency of exploding because of the moisture inside them. But yeah, so I'm gonna hopefully hopefully I don't see any issues with that. If I hear cracking and stuff like that, I'll definitely have to rethink what I'm doing and what can we do to make it a little bit safer. I definitely am not really worried about the roots, the ground anymore, because I've got 2 layers of rock with dirt in between. So yeah, that should be fine. That's not even an issue. So it's pretty much this part rocks and the surrounding area here. And I will, right now it's raining every other day, if not every day. So everything is really moist. It's not like I'm super concerned about the fire getting out of hand or anything. But in the summertime, like I said, if I do anything, I may just be doing the solo stove inside the fire ring here, keep it small and contained, make sure I have a bucket of water nearby. Hey! Maybe get a little small fire extinguisher to keep in the shelter here just in case things get out of hand. But yeah, don't smell that smoke. I don't know if you guys saw that. She was looking at the fire and the smoke wafted up into her face, wafted, and then she's all it's like, yeah, that's a fire there. Don't mess with that. She is non-stop energy. Come here. You don't need to be barking. Oh my gosh, you're soaking wet. Soaking wet. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What's going on here? It's probably Mom going to the car. No. 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 Yeah. She's such the watchdog. So I'm going to sign off. Shiny Stick Explorers Cub over and out. We will see you next time. Everybody have fun outdoors and stay safe.